Hello, and welcome to Healthy Life with Kimmi. Well, hey guys, today I am sharing my weekly weigh-in. For those of you who do not know, I am on a healthy lifestyle journey. I will be sharing my ups, my downs, so please click subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But let's get right into it. So I am doing Weight Watchers. Is the method that I have chosen. Whatever journey you're on, my tips will help you. Your tips will help me because we're all in the same fight together, okay? That's just the method that I've chosen. So let's get into it. I have lost 2.9 pounds this week. I'm coming off of a weight gain. Last week it was zero point 0.8. So I'm still counting everything, y'all. So we 2.9. That's a total of 12.2 since I have started. I have not lost this much weight in 20 years. And I am feeling amazing. Again, I've not lost 12 pounds over 12 in a very, very long time, 20 years. Again, that's decades, okay? So let's talk about what happened last week. So I did eat out much more than I wanted to last week. I ate out like 4 times. I'm going to tell you about the situations because they're kind of important and you can learn little tips from each one, okay? So let's get right into it. So I went to a brunch place. I had some chicken and waffles. The waffles were kind of small. It came with 4 chicken wings, which were also kind of small. And I enjoyed my meal. I enjoyed the people I was hanging out with, which was family. And I just overall had a great experience. I had actually saved my points for that day because I knew it was going to be a high calorie lunch. So that's another tip. If you know you're going to be out, that's what I always talk about. Plan. Where are you going? Where are you going? What are you going to be eating? Go ahead and try to work it in your budget. That way you don't have to struggle and worry as much. Like if you're spending your own money like you earned for the week or whatever, right? And if you budget that I'm going to buy me a new pair of shoes, you don't have to worry about the gas bill, the light bill, and all that because you've already taken care of those expenses. Now where you're going to spend on yourself is something you've earned, you deserve, right? You don't have to worry about it. So the same thing with your food budget. So that was one thing I did. So I knew I was going out. I planned accordingly, and I enjoyed myself. Now, the funny thing is, it came with 4 chicken wings. I ate 2. And I said, I'm not going to eat the other 2 until the next day. Well, around 1 o'clock in the morning, I ate them 2 chicken wings. I love chicken, okay? So I ate the other 2 chicken wings. And what was so funny, so the next morning I talked to my sister. I said, girl, I ate these chicken wings last night. And she actually tried, she went out to Applebee's over the weekend where she was. And she said, I'm doing your Weight Watchers thing. So she had a Weight Watchers healthy meal. And she really enjoyed herself. She said she felt better after eating, not eating how she normally would have. I think she had chicken breast, broccoli, and mashed potatoes, a grilled chicken breast, and she really felt better. But that's her story. We'll come back. So anyway, so I was telling her that following morning that I ate the 2 chicken wings. So she said, well, that you need to count that. I said, I'm not counting those chicken wings. She said, oh, no, you need to count them because you ate them. And I got to thinking, I said, you know what, she's right. Because if I cheat now, the scale ain't going to lie. So I might as well count them. So I had to count the 2 chicken wings out of my daily points for the next day. So I did. I went ahead and counted it because, like I said, you can't cheat the scale. If you doing something you ain't supposed to, if you eating something you're not supposed to, you can fool yourself. You can fool other people. Oh, girl, I'm good. I can eat that. Ha, ha, ha. But when you get ready to get on the scale, it's going to show. It's going to show. So I went ahead and counted them. I'm so glad I did. And I try to count everything I do. So that was one thing. So then we had a little family emergency, which really was a big one. But it wasn't my personal family, but they're friends of mine, and I consider them to be family. So anyway, we had a family emergency. And that particular day, we had planned to cook here at the house. I wasn't going to eat out that weekend because I had already eaten the day before out. So I try to do that too. If I eat out one day, I try to eat at home the next day. I try to. Just certain things because it's hard eating out. It really is. So anyway, we had this family emergency and I ate some chicken patties. Well, I had 1 chicken patty, Jamaican chicken patty, and I had 2 chicken wings. Here I go with the chicken again. So I counted all that. So the 1 patty was like 10 points and the 2 chicken wings was like 6. So, that's a half of my points for the day. So I said, oh my God, what am I going to do the rest of the day? So I made it work. I came home and I had a little piece of chicken breast from the day before for dinner and a little bit of mashed potatoes, a small amount of mashed potatoes, and some spinach. So I made that plate work. So for Weight Watchers, I had to count the mashed potatoes only because the chicken breast was kind of grilled. So that was a low point dinner. So I try to offset again, like I was saying before. So that was another thing. So sometimes you may have the best plan, and your plan is to cook and do the right thing, and then an emergency happens. You can't get around that. So you just have to make the best choices you can while you're out there. Life is happening. Life is lifing, as they say. So again, I had all good intentions to cook at home, and it didn't go that way. I had to eat out. So the next thing I did that I wasn't planning on, two more things, was ChickfilA yesterday. My husband, they put a little pop-up stand in my area, a ChickfilA. So the closest one to me is probably 15 minutes. So ChickfilA says, oh, since you can't get to us, we'll bring it to you. So now they popping up in the neighborhood, and it's working because they've been out there like 4 weeks in a row. But we thought they were giving it away because they were at a church parking lot. So we said, well, let's see if they're giving lunch away, sometime like community service. Oh, no, honey. Chick-fil-A is slick. It's like a drug, okay? They are bringing it to you. So you can't get to them. So we went over there to stop. We said, hey, so what's going on? Went over there to ask a question now. End up buying Chick-fil-A sandwiches. So that's what we ate yesterday for lunch. And each Chick-fil-A sandwich was 14 points. I put it in my thing before I put it in my mouth. I put it in my calculator to count my points. But it was 14 points, so that was half my points on a sandwich, okay? So needless to say, I was livid after I ate it. I wasn't as livid before. I thought about it, but I wasn't livid. After I ate it, I was like, I just ate half my points. So I was going to skip dinner. And my husband was like, what about an egg? That's 0 points on Weight Watchers. So I had an egg and a piece of toast for dinner because I used all my points almost, because I had a smoothie that morning, which was 5. And then I had the Chick-fil-A sandwich, which was 14. So I only get 28 for the whole day. So I was kind of upset with myself. But that's okay. I still, I did what I did. I had a couple sips of his lemonade because I just had to have it. And overall, like I said, it was a high point lunch, and I didn't like that part, but whatever. And the last thing I did as far as eating out this week, I told you I ate out 4 times, was Panera. So day before, we had Panera. So I went to Panera. I had a job there, and it was okay. I actually did pretty well. I had a sandwich, but I ended up getting it on focaccia bread instead of the bread that it came with. So the focaccia bread probably had more points. I did not count those probably the way I should have, but it's cool. I mean, I'm not a person where I'm like every single point, every single thing, I'm weighing it and checking. I just don't have time for that. I'm not writing down no ketchup. I'm not writing down no barbecue sauce. I'm just not doing that. I'm just not. Okay. So anyway, and if I have to do all that, I'm not going to do the plan. So I have to do the lesser of two evils again. So if I have to do all that, I'm not going to do it. So at Panera, though, I did have the Napa chicken salad, which I love, on the focaccia bread. And then I had chicken noodle soup instead of the cream of broccoli, which is what I normally get. I love their cream of broccoli. But the points on the cream of broccoli is like almost 8, I think, or 9. It's high. But the chicken noodle soup is only 2. So I did very well at Panera. I was able to eat out. And that's the whole point of Weight Watchers. You can eat out and enjoy your friends and family, but you just make different choices depending on what you want, how you want to spend your points, how you want to spend your money, how you want to spend your diet, So I had the Napa chicken salad, as I stated, and I had the soup, chicken noodle soup, and I had an apple. So your third choice at Panera, when you get the pick 2, the soup and salad or soup and sandwich or whatever, you can have an apple, a piece of bread. Apple or a piece of bread is your third option. Or chips. I knew it was 3. So I didn't want the chips. I skipped those. What? I did. I skipped the chips, y'all. Normally, I'm going to tell you what I normally eat at Panera. So I skipped the chips. I didn't want the extra piece of bread because I already had the focaccia, which is kind of thick. And I got the apple. Look at me. Yes, I did. I got the apple, y'all. So what I normally get at Panera, you ready? Get your pen and paper ready. What I normally get is a Napa chicken salad sandwich on the Asiago bagel, which by itself on my Weight Watchers is 10 points just for the bagel. Matter of fact, it might have been 19. Girl, don't quote me with these numbers, y'all. Come on, guys. Don't quote me with the numbers. I need to know the numbers, but the bagel is high. That's why I didn't get it. I normally would get the chicken salad on the bagel. I would get the potato chips, the soup, and a pastry, and a coffee. Okay, that's what I normally would get. Did you get your list ready? That was 5 things. But I didn't do that. So I'm making way better choices. And I feel good about myself, y'all. I'm not going to lie. Now, let me tell y'all really quick some of the benefits of losing weight that I have seen. I'm down 12.2 pounds. And let me tell you some of the benefits. I can bend over to take off my nail polish on my toes and trim my toes. Yes, I did. I was going to go and get it done. It was a little fly. I'm sitting outside today, if you couldn't tell. I was going to go get my nails done and my toes done just to treat myself. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it myself because I really didn't have time. I just didn't. So I bent over in the tub, sitting on the tub, and I was able to take off my nail polish, and my stomach and all my organs not get all crushed up. So that was a big win for me because I've done it before recently, actually. And it was such a chore, and I could feel every organ in my stomach like twisting. But because of the weight loss, that didn't happen. My bra is looser. My bra, I had to pull it up some, kind of tighten stuff up. And I was just like, oh my God. I said, okay, why is everything kind of, hanging a little bit, whatever. And yeah, so losing weight, my bra has actually gotten looser. So I had to tighten up the straps. I think I'm going to have to actually give me a couple new bras soon. I increased my water this last week, which was also great. I walked more, and you guys have seen me sometime when I'm out. I don't care where I'm at. If I can extend my steps now, I try to do that. And last week when I gained that 0.7 or whatever, I didn't do as much walking. This week I started my walking back. So if I was at Walmart, I'd walk maybe an extra 10 minutes after I shopped, put the stuff in the car and walked. After I ate, I was like, hey, I need to go to the park. So I would go for 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, not a lot. Or I came home and did my treadmill a few times this week. I did it twice. So I'm actually doing different little workouts and more stepping, more movement, period. So that's also helping. Even my shoes felt looser. I had a couple pair of shoes I hadn't worn in a couple years due to the pandemic or whatever, and they actually felt looser and more space in the shoe. My foot wasn't all crammed in there. 10 pounds makes a difference. And then the other thing, even standing on the wedge shoes felt better. I wasn't like, oh my God, my feet hurt. No, I was standing there, strutting, walking, doing my thing. So overall, guys, now the last thing I wanted to share with you is I'm still having my bloating issue. Now, part of that bloat, though, I know is from some of the foods I've eaten. A lot of foods have chemicals in them, and a lot of like the breads bloat you. So I had a lot of bread. If you remember some of the things I ate this week, the crusting and coating that they dip the chicken in for ChickfilA is not the best for me. So I realized a lot of things that I ate, even the Jamaican patty, the bread, the crust, how they make it, all that bloats you. So I was super bloated this week. I'm not gonna lie. Even though the scale moved, I felt better still overall. Those choices that I made, I know they're still not really agreeing with my body. I know that. So I have to make some changes. I have to continue to make changes. Let me rephrase that. Continue to make healthier changes when it comes to the actual foods I'm putting in my mouth. So I'm getting there. Volume wise is going down. I'm not eating as much. Desserts, I practically don't have them anymore. Don't even have a taste for them, to be honest with you. Now, I haven't been in a lot of circumstances where I had to decline the dessert, but when I go out to these different restaurants, that would normally be my MO to get dessert. So my taste buds are changing. So I just feel better overall, guys. So again, thank you for hanging out with me on this journey, and I'm just so excited. I'm pumped up. Of course, I'm even more pumped up this week because I had an actual weight loss. But I wish you the best on your journeys. Click subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. And as I stated before, you got this. One meal at a time. One meal at a time. You got this. All right. One choice at a time. Well, until next time, guys, this is Healthy Life with Kimmi. Thank you. Bye.